Good morning, friends, subscribers, YouTubers, non-subscribers, and the entire world. This is jwsolarusa. I just have a new episode I want to make, and probably this is gonna continue for quite a while. It's gonna be like in a series video. This what I have right here is ARGUS, if that's how you pronounce it, ARGUS, ARGUS battery charger technologies 010-523-20. These are awesome battery chargers. Charge controllers in a way that you can able to configure in a 12 volt system, 24 volt, which 12 volt is a 20 amps and 24 volt is 10 amps coming out from this. These are very powerful chargers that they can be used for lead flooded acid, seal lead acid. So it's not I cannot use this one for gel, but these are very good because most of the time, or most people on YouTube or off-grid and grid tie system, it's just few people that normally use, if I can point my finger on it, they use gel batteries for their setup, because the gel batteries are really expensive and they are very touchy. You really have to be careful how you manage them, and you really have to be you really have to have the charge controllers for it, because they're sensitive to high voltages and currents. No, it has a special way you have to charge them. It's just like when you have lithium ion batteries, so the maintenance on those are really kind of touchy. So for off-gridders and grid-tied solar fans and technology, I would like to introduce this technology to you guys. Maybe a lot of you guys have seen this, or maybe not. But these machines are really good. They're powerful. They use them in different setups and different things you want to do, configurations, you name them all. These, for few of my friends on YouTube that has lead flooded acid batteries, like 6 volts, lead acid like golf cart batteries. This machine is nice for it. It's really good, because the thing is, it has an equalizing mode, just like any of our expensive or inexpensive charge controllers, you name it, Outback and Midnight Solar, Morningstar, those kind of features they have. This machine has that too. You can able to do equalization by just pushing a button. When you use your battery flooded lead acid for every month, some people do like every month or maybe every 3 weeks or something. I don't have a flooded acid, so I can't say much about it. I know about them, but I don't want to get into it because I'm using a AGM lead acid battery, non-spillable. I don't have to do any maintenance on them. They're all good batteries. So this machine is really nice. It has a temperature sense compensation, and you can able to increase the voltages if you want to charge. You want to bring the batteries to high voltages, sometimes like trying to equalize them. By pushing this button up and down here, the voltage goes up and regulated the way you want it to push more power into the system. So it has a test thing you can use it for probes, like for example, like these guys here. You know, you can check how much voltage, since it doesn't have any meter to tell you how much voltage you already regulate to push to the batteries. Okay, by just sticking it into this holes right here, and it's gonna show on your meter right here. So it depends to the batteries that you have. You want to push how many. Some people say I'll push it to more than 35 or more than 30, whatever. I want to equalize my batteries and so on and so forth. And you can just able to see exactly what the thing can do. Sorry, I cannot do any display right now because this stuff are not hooked up to any batteries at this point. But someday in the future, or few weeks or probably months, I don't want to give a specific days, I'm gonna be doing a test into these machines. But so far so good. It has a lot of stuff, you know. I already got the wires all lined up here. Is it has a temperature sense cable right here, and it's already fused. See the fuse right there? You know, I can able to take the fuse and show you guys. Okay, these are the fuses I have. You can see it is 250 volts or less. Is a 30 amp fuse. See? So these are the machines I'm gonna be using for standby. Just like everybody else has a generator or a backup system. If something happened, I have a charger that can able to charge my batteries. Or some people, I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube. People have some generators that they can't even push a load too much DC to their battery because of the amperage, whatever. Sometimes they require like a 60 amps to charge all those batteries. The generator can handle that and run your house at the same time because of the efficiency drops on the AC part, or maybe it can do it. I've seen some people improvising some alternator, like a generator you can buy, like the motor itself, like for example, like Harbor Freight and all these other places. Then I end up installing the dynamo or the coil or the electrical part into it, the generator, for you to able to put the output that you needed, which are very efficient. I've seen that video with Reverend Davis in Idaho. You know, he's a good guy that always trying to use generator diesel and gasoline on his videos and tell people how efficient they are. And I like his channel because it's really a good channel, clean, very respectful guy, just like any one of you guys. Because you have to choose the channels that you want to listen to, you want to learn from. Because some people are really great, but it depends the materials that they tend to portray into their channels. You know, all is just respect, mutual respect. You know, respect other people's ideas and just thank them for what they are doing, because it's not easy just to make a research into certain machines or components and trying to A lot of us are not good narrators or people who can explain things to people, or being a tutor is not easy. Not everybody can do that. It takes some kind of a gift or caliber or high courage for you to do that kind of stuff, especially if you don't have any thank you, or hey, good job, or hey, you know, that's a fantastic job, or you put a lot of work into that kind of thing. People don't recognize that, and all they do like throwing some insult and that, just throw bombs on you. I think it's really hard for people, but it depends who you are. If you want to listen to the kind of people to bring you down for what you believe or what you know or what you've worked for, and you know that you put a lot of time into that particular machine or that particular experiment, I'm not just gonna let it go like that. I don't listen to people like that because they don't worth your time, and they are just trying to make you feel little, or maybe they cannot do what you're doing, or they don't have the ability, or their hands can't reach certain things or machines. So we're all blessed, we're all gifted on different things. Some people are really blessed with finances and all. Some people are really smart and very intelligent. They want to show their experience, or they want to teach and they want to share their knowledge with people, but just because they don't have the upper hand to do that, because finances are really tight, they have different things. But some of us, or some people, just too blessed with a lot of cash. Sometimes it doesn't need cash, it's just for who you are. Some people are just lucky. Some people, they just go some places and look at things. Oh, this thing is nice. Oh, you like it? No, God bless you. You can have it. No, today's your day. You can have that. A lot of things happen like that. So don't look at someone's channel and started saying, oh, you know what? Maybe this person is doing this or not doing the right thing. Where is he getting all the money? I don't know who that person is. I don't think it's kind of really cool. Don't look at where that person got that stuff. Learn what you have to learn from that individual. Grab all the information, grab all the specs you need, and you try to put them in a good perspective, or you try to use it. Maybe it's going to be beneficial to you, or if it's not beneficial to you, it might be beneficial to somebody else on the road. Or there might be someday you need that particular information, or that particular say, oh, you know what? Someone was saying this before. I think I know how to do this. And all of a sudden, you save the day. And they look at you like a hero. That guy just come in and all of a sudden he pops in here and just this and touch this and touch that. It works. I don't know how he does it. Not knowing that you've learned some of these things and you just have kept them on your subconscious, on your brain. And it happens to be someday or that particular hour you were there to able to utilize or able to share that wealth or that kind of knowledge to everybody, and you just help somebody, or you just save some life at that particular moment. So I think criticism is something that if someone criticizes stuff all the time, and he doesn't give back or output or whatever, I think those people are not happy people. They just probably think what other people are doing, oh, what he knows, or this, that's not cool. Learn. I encourage people to learn anything you can see. If you have eyes, God give you God bless you with vision. God bless you with hearing. Listen, visualize, save this thing on your head. That's how all of us learn. This is how you able to build the world. That's why they said very intelligent people, smart people, they are good listeners. They listen, they talk less. If you speak less and you listen more, you're gonna be a really smart guy, or you learn a lot of stuff. They said anytime that guy open his mouth and say something, is just awesome, or it's just a genius. It's just brains coming out from this. So just a piece of advice to all my subscribers and viewers and non-subscribers, watchers, people that just stop by. Please make yourself available. Identify yourself, sign up to, subscribe to the channels, throw your inputs. This is how we learn. I might talk about these machines, but probably I don't even know the depth of it, or maybe there are few things or whatever these machines can do. Maybe someone knows this machine. Maybe someone on YouTube, or maybe someone in the world that I'm making this video was one of them who invented these machines, or capacitor, diodes, resistors, transformers, LEDs, and all this stuff. It makes those people happy, because you know what? They will say, I was part of that machine. I was part of that technology. I was one of the guys who built this 19 inches rack mount ears right here, or I was the one who made that logo, or I was the one who printed that, or my company did, or we fixed this, we brought the idea to do a battery disconnect, or we are the one that does the temperature compensation thing, or we brought this idea. It's not one person that created these machines or all this technology we're using. It comes from individual. It comes with 2, 3, 4, or community, or the entire world, to put one old machine into complete sense. And that's why if the machines, they throw them out there and sell them to us, we buy them or purchase them, and they have to go to a certain reviews. Thank God for the 21st century, because we can able to express our feelings, we can able to express our comments or whatever we think. That's how manufacturers, and that's how designers, that's how engineers, scientists learn from their mistake, because they are smart, but they don't even know that little things they ignore that is not important to the customer, or to the individual, to the world. We have to say, hey, this is what we want, or this is, why can't you just add something like this? Why didn't you add a voltage? You can increase voltage up a little bit. Why didn't you add a failure light onto this? Why didn't you add the output current status there? Why didn't you put a temperature probe, or why didn't you have a sense a fuse into it? At least you can protect it. Or why can't we just put it into a rack mount, so that we can just mount them, since they just look like any musical live music appliances that you have to put in a rack mount. Someone came up with that particular idea. So I'll encourage everybody, individual, family, friends, God people, non-believers, whatever you believe, let's be cool, let's be respectful, and let's learn from each and everyone. Anything that someone open his or her mouth and say or said something and is really, really helpful one way or the other. It might be not now, but someday down the road, you can able to use that phrase, or you can able to use that particular line, or you can able to use that particular wisdom into complete sense. So the machines you see here, I'm gonna be doing a video, and I just got these machines. I can able to configure these machines to 12 volts and 24 volt by just using a jumper wire on the back. That will be on my next series. It's gonna be series 2. I can open that machine and the components, how the thing was wired. And the good thing about this machine as well, you can able to use this ones like a repeater or radio transmitters and all that stuff, because it's just a matter of plugging it. It stands like automatic transfer switch. You can plug this one into your system. It depends how you configure them. Like I said, the next video will have more details about this as we keep going with these videos. And this one can sense as soon as the electricity goes off, just like when you have your Outback or you have your grid interactive system. This sense when the electricity went down, simultaneously it kicks in. The battery took over completely and started taking care of business. And from there, and this machine can sense when the power is back, and it just put back your battery back into charge mode. These machines, you can different application. Like some people don't even have like solar panels. If you don't have any solar panels or wind or anything, but you have batteries as a backup system for your house, for your office, and for all the other stuff you want to do, this machine can able to do everything. Some people have seen some videos on YouTube. They don't have the opportunity. They don't have the land. They don't have more wind into the areas. They don't have sun like other people, other state that has like 5 hours or 6 hours of sunlight in the US, and they use the batteries for just for standby, especially when you have like servers, a server, repeaters, transmitters, like a radio station, communication tower, whatever it is. When there is a power failure, all of a sudden this machine can just kick right away in and do its job. And as soon as the power comes back, it kicks in back. They don't need to put any solar panels like remote areas. They would just have these things, and power goes down, it switches right away to the batteries. As soon as the power comes back, it kicks back. It's a transfer. It's just like probably 7 milliseconds. You can't even sense that at all. It went back to charge mode and charge up the batteries, and it just does its job. So if you like this video I'm making, is gonna be on series. This is just an introduction to the system. I have both of them here, and I can able to configure them for my like a 12 volt battery bank. I can able to use one of each, a 12 or 24. It's just a matter of using jumpers inside this box here. Wow, that will be the next series on my next video. If you like this, thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and you have anything you know about these machines more than I know, I'm happy to learn and happy to listen with a positive attitude. And we're here to learn. Like I said, we pass it on to individual. Maybe someone will be interested more than I do on this stuff, or maybe it's gonna make sense for all the applications I already talked about regarding what these machines can do. It depends. Some people say, you have solar, you're not green enough. Well, why you have to do this? Because I thought you were green, you don't have to use any power from the grid anymore. Of course, we do need the grid. And sometimes we don't. Like another subscriber, a good friend on YouTube, just in case, his house is off grid, and it shows us exactly as an app. It has a web thing, AC/DC thing. You can see live what is going on with his house. That's how he wants it. He wants to sell power back, or he doesn't want to be on the grid. But it depends what you want. Everybody has a different setup for his own application. Some people don't want to get off the grid completely just because of certain reasons. Some people don't want generators as a standby or backup system because they have wind turbines or they have solar system. Some people say, I don't want this at all. I just want to sell the power to the grid. That's it. Hey, that makes you happy. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. But some of us are different because we want to try different things. You have different things piled up or lined up. If something happened, always remember that something's gonna happen someday. You don't know the time, but somehow you can able to, if you have different kind of things you prepare, if you prepare for different scenarios, you can able to survive. You still gonna be back on business while other people are suffering or going through a lot of stuff. And after that particular situation, and after that everything cools down or everything comes back to normal, that's the time everybody's going to learn from their mistake or seeing was certain people the way they survive into that particular crisis or disaster, and that's how they learn. They say, you know what, next time I will do exactly what that guy did. I never thought about it. You see, that's how people learn. This is my point. This is how people learn. You learn from your mistakes. If you don't embrace your mistakes as a learning process, well, I'm going to tell you folks, or I'm telling you people, you have a problem. You have a big problem. You have to embrace your mistake. You have to learn from your mistake. If you think everything is right, you're perfect, and you don't make mistakes, you don't need nobody. I'm not gonna ask nobody. I know it all. I don't seek no advice or whatever. I can figure it out myself because I'm smart. I know I've been doing this. I've been building these things. There's a mistake. There's a problem on every situation. That's why we need each and everybody's back. Supporting each and everybody, each and every one of us on YouTube or whatever video, whether streaming you're using. But as far as I'm concerned, YouTube is a family channel, and thanks to the one who created the YouTube, because at least we can able to interact and we can able to make friends across the world. We don't have to see each other. And technology makes it possible. Now we have Skype and all these apps and all that kind of stuff. You're interested into that particular person, you can just video chat with that person. And if you're really interested into this person, you build up. Some people, they've been talking for years and they end up being like a family. This person became like a family member to that particular person, and they have to buy a ticket and fly all the way to that particular country or to that state and meet with these people. Like I like the Kellogg. They were talking so much about these Bill and Rosa. It took a time and a camper. He drove over there. He met with the people, got the experience they talk about on the phone or maybe on just YouTube. He ended up meeting these people, and he told us that these people are great. They are awesome. You were talking about Genie, Genie something. This guy is a retired guy that has so much solar panel that he lives in the woods. He used to work for online job. He retired. He's had so much fun. He got so much education about things he's gonna pass on to every individual. Talking about KVU, SMC. He used to work with all these electric company and all good stuff. He served in the military. Chris Dia in Oklahoma City. If I don't pronounce your name right, you are still awesome. You're still a good person. And you have a trumpet sound guy from Texas, Engineer 775. And another good guy again, inspirational guy, and a teacher, a mentor, like an illustrator, with a just in case, Jeremy, and all these other people that create some nice stuff and nice, beautiful people, you know. Like if I don't call your name, some of these things, people I deal with all the time, but you guys are subscribing to my channels. You guys are all awesome. You guys are all supportive. You guys are all beautiful people. Because if I don't subscribe to your channel, that means um maybe we don't have the same connection, or maybe the things I'm looking for, you don't have it, or maybe we are not just that compatible, or maybe it doesn't mean what you're saying doesn't make sense, but maybe it doesn't suit my application at the moment. But you guys are all doing an awesome job, sitting there, educating yourself, read a lot, buying this machine, testing them, you know, do what you can do, and stand up there and say, you know what? I'm not gonna just keep this information to myself. I'll pass it on to the world. I'll pass it on to people who wants to know or wants to deal with this more than I do. And you sharing that information and your time, you know what? We have to be thankful for that. For people like that. If you disagree, we all have to agree on each other. But there's a lot of disagreement, because that makes a country strong, makes people strong, and the opinions, positive opinions, bad opinions, and all that thing, it helps. If you don't get criticized, you never grow. You have to be criticized a little bit and see how strong you are and how you can still pull that, because what you're saying is the right thing, what you're doing is the right thing. You got to prove it to the people that this is right. If you don't like it, someone else will embrace it. But this video is getting too long, but I'm just saying, embrace whatever someone is doing. Whatever someone is doing, embrace it. If not on that moment, you probably have time to use or come back and utilize that in the future. Okay? I have a lot of nice guys, like a little tiny house in Texas. That guy is awesome. That guy got a lot of videos, a lot of nice things he does, And like I said, these things are all popping on my head. I don't have to write them down. I don't write to write all these people. It's just like everything that comes, because if I try to document it, try to write everybody's names down or something, then I'm kind of showing probably favorism or something. But if it pops on my head like I'm talking, I'll call your name, because I liked your video. I love your attitude, or whatever you stand for and whatever you're doing.